Hi, welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, welcome. This is Ink.Flow.Repeat. My name is Tara, and I have a problem. Like a really big problem. And normally when I say I have a problem, I'm like being cute. This time, uh like Houston, we have a problem. In today's video, I'll be reviewing a fountain pen that I ordered with my own money that looked like a dream, but things did not quite go as planned. I'm going to walk you through the initial advertisement, my expectations, and then what actually showed up at my doorstep, followed by the very complicated customer service saga. So please sit back, grab your nearest cat, and let's get into it. So, let me start with what drew me to this pen initially. I was scrolling through Instagram, like you do, and it's dangerous, I know. And I saw this gorgeous ad for the Nahvalur Horizon Twilight. And it was kind of a Wayne's World moment. That moment when Wayne sees the guitar and says, "She will be mine. Oh, yes, she will be mine." It was kind of like that, except it was me looking at my phone at a pen. And in that moment, for the very first time, I had a pen that I wanted that became a wish list pen, became, as many people say, oh gosh, what's the word? The unattainable, the holy grail, the grail pens? It's the grail pen. And it wasn't a grail pen in that it was hard to obtain or absolutely financially unattainable or unachievable. It was just a pen that felt like for me was a benchmark of an investment of I'm actually really shelling out some dollars here. And I know that that pen for some people might not be a grail pen, but for me it was. So the pen promised this luxury design. It was a design that looked like it came straight out of some vintage fairy tale. It looked like a liquefied forest. There was browns and creams and greens, and they were all coalescing together in some acrylic resin watery mix. And the photos were absolutely stunning. And the reviews that I saw from other people who purchased it were practically glowing. It wasn't cheap, but I thought, hey, this could be something to dream for, something to wake up every day and go to work and say, yes, but I'm fighting for that Narwhal Twilight Horizon pen. And maybe that's a little silly, but in the end, I thought, hey, I'll get it and be able to talk about it here on the channel. So I did what everyone else does. I went to work every day, saved my money. I made a budget. I put the money aside. And finally came the day when I was able to afford this pen. I went straight to the manufacturer. I thought, no funny business. I'm not going to deal with a third party vendor. I'm going to go directly to Narwhal and order exactly what I want from their website because I don't want to mess this up. Well, here's where things got a little weird. Uh, the box arrived. Yay. And it came to my doorstep. I was leaving my house. I dropped everything. I came back inside and I opened it like every good fountain pen addict should. Now, the pen was not what I expected. It's not what I thought I was getting. And it didn't exactly look like it belonged in this line. In fact, it looked more like a flag. Like if you had taken the basic colors from this pen and then put them into some weird abstracted minimalist derivative version of what this pen probably started out as before it went into the blender, that's what I got. I didn't know what to do, so I sought out my community, which for me is the Reddit subreddit Fountain Pens group. And I posted a picture and just asked everyone, hey, have you ever purchased a pen online that after you got it was not what you were expecting? Did you ever regret it? And, dozens of responses came in within minutes because fountain pen community people are the best people ever and they've got your back. So I followed all of the advice that was given to me. And Without walking you through the entire email chain, let's just say this. I had 20 days to make a return, and I followed up with them 48 hours after receiving the pen. I let them know, hey, I got the pen. It's not what I expected. I understand that all the pens in this family are supposed to be unique. That's the risk you take with buying an art pen, but is there anything we can do? Can you just send me another one? This one's not one that I prefer. Could you possibly show me a picture of one so that we only have to do this once? And I got the perfunctory, thank you so much for your response. We'll get back to you within 48 to 72 hours. Next week, hey, I know I've got a short amount of time on this. Can you just let me know? Thank you so much. We've received your email. 48 to 72 hours. We'll get right back to you. Someone said, I'm so sorry that you're not happy with your purchase. What pen did you order? So I send another email. Hey, here's the pen that I ordered. Could you possibly show me some options? This went on for about 3 weeks. Thank you so much for your reply. We'll get back to you in 48 to 72 hours. At this point, I'm getting frustrated. That's not what I wanted. I wanted the beautiful pen. I wanted the swirling magical forest. So I said, hey, I guess this isn't going to work out. Let's go ahead and return it. Well, guess who replied to me within minutes? Hey, great, here's your return label. I said, whoa, this is prompt. One last shot. Any chance we can do an exchange? Thank you so much for your reply. We'll get back to you in 48 to 72 hours. The next reply came 3 days later and said, we already sent you a return label. Just return the pen. Okay, so looks like I'm returning the pen. Looks like this pen and I weren't meant to be. And now I'm at a crossroads because I really do like the pen. I like the elements of the pen that I got that I liked, except for the fact that it's not the pen that I like. So now I'm thinking, do I reach out to a third-party vendor who also carries this? What would you do? I've also come to the conclusion that this is a risk that comes with buying a unique art pen in a unique colorway series. And I've made the decision that from here on out, I will no longer be buying art style pens online. It's just too risky. That means the only pens online that I can get now are going to be solid color or metallic pens. So a brass pen, a white pen, a black pen. I will only be buying pens like that in person from here on out, because this isn't the only art pen that I've ever gotten online. This kind of happened a little bit when I got my Leonardo Memento. Except I loved that that pen came and at least looked kind of like the photos. There were some imperfections, but I loved that pen. So it looks like it's going to be a really fun pen show for me. The pen show, whatever pen show I go to, I'll be buying these art pens because I can see them in person and I can be sure that the pen that I'm taking home is the pen that I want. But I've learned my lesson with online buying. It's going to be solid colors from here on out, unless I buy a pen that's used from someone who's willing to show me a picture of it, or unless I buy from a third party vendor who's willing to take photos to show me the unique pen. I just feel like it's too much of a gamble. And when I'm investing hundreds of dollars in a writing instrument, which feels pretty luxury to begin with, I don't want to be gambling with my time and my satisfaction on top of, I don't know, healthy financial decisions, but we're not going to get into that. My question is for you. Have you ever had a pen disappointment? Have you ever had a customer service nightmare with a pen retailer? Let me know in the comments, because misery loves company, right? So I guess the big question is, would I recommend this pen company? I don't know. At this point, I'd say I'd approach with caution. I mean, there are definitely better options out there at this price point. Am I right? Or at least buy from this pen company, but through a third party, through a vendor who's willing to, I'm not even going to say go the extra mile. I'm going to say just go a mile. Someone that's willing to uphold their end of the retailer bargain. Thank you so much for going on this emotional journey with me. Hey, if I ever get this pen again in a different circumstance, either from a different retailer or in person, I'll be sure to give you an update here. But in the meantime, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and like it. And if you'd like to see more pen content, for those of you who love pen content, you know you can't get enough. So just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'll be posting pretty much every week until I die. And maybe you have a fellow pen lover who deserves a warning. Let them learn from my mistakes. Please, let something good come from this. Also, let me know, have you had a similar experience with Narwhal ghosting you on customer service, receiving a pen that didn't quite look like what it was advertised as? Or have you had an exceptionally good experience and mine was just a fluke and I need to give them another chance? Please let me know in the comments below. I would absolutely love to hear from you. That's it for me. I'll see you next time here on Ink, Flow, Repeat.